So as a guitar player, I was always fascinated and a little bit afraid and just intimidated a little bit when people played chord melodies. It impressed me very much, and I always felt I can't really do it and I'm not sure how to go about it. It seems like this little bit magical thing that people can do, and I was like, wow, this is wild. So I want to talk about that and demystify that a little bit today. So it is a process, and like anything else, it takes time, attention, and consistency. Now what we're going to do today, I'm going to show you this beautiful song that I dearly love, which is called Prelude to a Kiss. I'll play it up front one time in time, then I'll play it also slowly, not in time, and explain exactly how I'm thinking about it. Now there are some tricks within that, so you can check out how I'm going about it and figure out for yourself later on. You can play this chord melody or just grab ideas, please feel free. Some of these voicings are very common and some of them are maybe not as common, but super, super useful. All right, let's do it. Yeah, okay, so this is the song itself, AABA, the full form as it is. Now, I didn't do much to it. I really played the melody and the chords. The only little things that I did was just changing some of the rhythms in the chords, but again, very, very subtle, not a lot of stuff. So let's go over it slowly but surely and explain exactly what's happening there, fingering, and how I'm thinking about it. Because I think for me, chord melody was always something that I was a little afraid of. The song is in the key of C, but definitely some modulation and definitely some cool devices like secondary dominant and so on and so forth are happening here. I'll explain as I go, but let's see exactly what I'm playing first. So, playing D7 with this melody on top, because the melody is this for the first 4 bars. So I'm just grabbing the melody and playing this D7 here, bass, top 3 strings, and just keep playing the melody. Then G7, this is basically G7, 13-9, the melody again, to C7. The trick is here to see the melody on top. I love this chord, F9, major 7, F major 7, 9. So the reason that this sounds so good to my ears is that really the melody is all extensions, and beautiful extensions, if I may say. So it's the 13 to the flat 13, to the 9, to the flat 9 of G7, to the 5, then to the 13 of C7, to F major 7. So our first harmonic kind of landing point is actually the 4 chord, F major 7, which is a little bit strange because we're in the key of C and we haven't heard C major yet. So we had this sequence of dominants leading us to F, which is cool, but not really ordinary. So we start on the 5 of 5, 5 of C, but then instead of C major, we're playing C7, so 5 of 4. If you're not so familiar about secondary dominance and these shell chords, you can also check this video out. Now, let's see the next phrase. The next phrase is basically the same idea of melody, the same kind of line, but then again, we're starting from the chord B7, which functions basically as the 5 of 3. And check this out. 13 to the flat 13, then E7, 9. You can play it with the open bass or not, to the flat 9. I'm just kind of moving my hand like this. You can change the whole finger if you want, but I think this is easier. So check this out. A7, flat 9. And then just playing D minor first inversion, just to try it. Sometimes with guitar, you know, if you play all these crazy voicings all the time, it kind of loses some of the tension of it. So sometimes it's really nice to my ears just be like, okay, just a triad or just even 2 notes to kind of balance that. So let's play the first kind of 8 bar, the first phrase together. So that's it. Not crazy. If you're not comfortable with that, just do it slower a little bit. Make sure you hear this bass. Right, and then our second kind of arrival point is that D minor. So we're going from the B7 to E7, 5 of 6, to the 6, but actually no, it's the 5 of 2, and then we land on that D minor. We actually get a D sus. So let's hear it one more time till there. Great. Now here we start in the second phrase, we start with D minor, sus 4. You can just play this voicing. You can have the open G if you want this kind of sound, it's kind of fun. Then I'm playing G sharp diminished, and I'm kind of playing these, you know, minor thirds apart because it's just inversion of the same chord. The functionality of this chord is basically the 7 of the 6. It's basically leading us to that A minor. So when we're leading to a chord, we can either use the 5 off or the 7 off to get there. And this is basically the 7 off, which is beautiful sound. So check this section out. And I'm going to this A minor with the 9 in the bass. You don't have to, but you could. And I think what I played when I played for you guys, I think I did like... So I just did the bass motion a little bit. You don't have to, it's gonna sound great just like as an A minor 9, or a little bit motion is always fun. And then the melody, so you have the A minor, a little motion, and that chord is D7, so this is the sound. Basically, the 3rd, the 7, the flat 9, and the 13. It's a very harsh chord. You can also play it like this. This student of mine just showed me that. I was like, whoa, that's a lot. I'm not sure I like that too much. It's just really intense, but I would just choose that. But both are cool if you want a little more intensity. Worth. And in the D minor, just play the overtone, and then the melody. Very simple. And I think I did one time with the overtone, and then I kind of like kept these notes, so you get this cluster. But honestly, this is not very comfortable chord, so I wouldn't go crazy about, I don't know, just kind of imagine that there. But because you can hear that all these notes together, kind of like very not guitar, it's very piano, so I love that. And then just resolve it, and then I played B7, B flat 7, and A7, and this is basically 75% of the song. So the cool thing about these standards is a lot of the time the form is A, B, A. So if you know the A section, you really know 75% of the song, which is freaking great. Alright, so now I'm gonna play the whole A section one time, and then we'll go to the B section. Alright, let's do this. slowly but surely. So just together, and I kind of say what's happening together. So starting from D7, 13, melody, to the G7, melody, C7, to the 13, F major 7, 9, little melody, B7, 13, descending, E7, 9, E7, flat 9, A7, flat 9, melody, to the D minor first inversion, then maybe octave, the D minor sus 4, diminished, then you can add as many diminishes as you want, to the A minor 9, at D7, and then just a D minor, and that's it. That's the whole A section. In the B section, you can play the B sus, B7, leading us there, or just even honestly, you can play the C major and then just to the E. And that transition between C major and E is really, really gorgeous. It's really beautiful. Yeah, that E major 7 is one of my favorite voicings on guitar ever. So check it out. It's basically the 1, the 5, and the 9, the 3, major 7, and then again the 1. And that clash here, that minor second, always feels great. So the B section, as you can see, starts with that E major, which is, you know, the third degree of C, but it's actually not minor. So he's kind of playing tricks with us. It should be a minor key if we're going to the third degree, but he's going to major. So it's super surprising, just really far in terms of accidentals as well. So B section, start with the E major 7, letting that ring, just playing the melody, to the F sharp half, and to the B augmented. Check this out slowly. So the cool chord, and then just playing the melody. That's the OG rhythm of the melody. I sometimes like to mess around with it a little bit, so I do like, and as you can see, that F sharp half diminishes with the 4 on top, and then I kind of resolve it to the real chord, if you will, just following the melody, and then playing that augmented here to get the augmented flat 9 to be correct. And then second part of the melody, just this E flat, I guess, yeah, to this G diminished or something, and then F sharp minor to this F7 flat 5, and then back here. Same thing, melody, same exact voicing, and a little change, just playing E major, first inversion here, and then the A7 flat 9, and then basically the chord is this, just this D sus that we had before, but I like playing the 9 in the bass sometimes, so instead of this I'll play this, but you can also do this. Both are cool. I think in the chart I wrote the simpler one, but you can totally do that, whatever you're feeling, and then back to the A. Alright, so now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna play it one more time from the top to the end. A little slower and kind of talking it through, A, B, A, the whole thing. So if you have it till now, just play it with me and follow me. Let's do this. The flat 13, G7, 9, flat 9, C7 to the 13, F major 7, 9, B flat 7, 13, flat 13, E7, E7 flat 9, A7 flat 9, just melody, and the inversion, D minor, sus 4, a little diminished, A minor, maybe some motion, practice with me. To the B section. Here we go. This melody. The F sharp half diminished. This beat augmented. Flat 9. Same thing. The E major. A 7 flat 9. And those ascending chords. E flat, and then back to the last A. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful and interesting. Just so you know, again, these things take a little time. Try to mess around with it, try to explore it, and also try to understand what's happening there harmonically. Just like, so when you're playing it, you're also tagging it for yourself. So you're not just playing D7, you also listen to D7 and say, ah, okay, D7, it's a 5 of 5 in the key of C. So we learn to tag that information, or also maybe say to yourself, ah yeah, that's a 13 to the flat 13. Oh, and this is G7, 9 to flat 9. All these little things help us make this sound and emotional connection to the song and to those chords. So by doing that, you'll memorize the colors, and then you can much faster pull it out when you need it and you want to hear it. All right, thank you again, and I'll see you very soon. Peace.